Hello, fellow travelers. This is Veronica from Human Design Journey with the series about the channels. And here we get to the defense circuit. So this is part of the tribal circuit group, and it is keynoted support, as is everything in the tribe. It comprises of two channels, and if we look, we can see, just a second. Yeah. So if we, my pointer, okay, here. So as you see, it's like a swing, like a baby swing, like a cradle. And we saw that the entire tribal circuitry is kind of protecting the defense circuit, being all around it. So this really can show us that how important the role is of the defense circuit. It's one of the two minor circuits, together with the centering circuit. And minor circuits have major role in the body graph. In fact, if you have part of a minor circuit, it influences the entire body graph. And this minor tribal circuit group is very important to us. It is what creates life on the planet and what sustains life afterwards. As we can see, the tribal circuit group connected with the ego, it's all about making money and building structures, larger support possibilities to make the tribe stronger and bigger, of course. The genetic imperative is in the 59th gate, or in everything, actually. It's just our genes are in all the body graphs, so we are attracted to what we don't have, because we need genetic differences in order to have sustainable life. That's why the more, the better. Quantity, but not over quality. Of course, we have other gates like the third gate, which decides on what mutation is viable, or we have the 59.6 channel, which decides to what to be open and what not, what to allow in the tribe, what to allow to be intimate with and what not. That's why the sixth gate is also the gate of friction. There is friction before you open up or not. So everything about the defense circuit, it's about making children, because without children, there is no future, there is no continuation of tribe. Bringing them out into the world and producing result. It can also be about projects and anything fertile, and then taking care of this produce, looking after those children, taking care of the children. So the sacral center is, as we know, the center of life itself, and that's the reason is actually the defense circuit, which is comprised of those two channels, and it's generative sacral center, so it's generative and it's at the same time nurturing, and It's a genetic program. It promotes continuation of our species, um, often can do it at the expense of the personal freedom and personal life. This is the ego, the tribal circuitry. It's about the community, doing things for the community. Um, yeah, having the same um, common things which make us a community, and at the same time, um, the community is about support, but it's very sticky. It's doesn't. That's why we also have the gate of denial, the 40th gate. You know, when to choose your freedom and being alone, or be part of the tribe and take all the consequences from that. Work for the tribe for free and um, do stuff for which the tribe cannot pay, like um, yeah, or maybe not cannot pay, but it's about support. Um, to look after the children, or um, basically to do some work. The children are actually a byproduct of the 59.6, which is the only pure emotional generator, pure emotional channel, sacral connected to directly to the emotional center. The sixth gate is the gate where all the emotional waves, it's the originator of all the emotional waves. And the 59th, dispersion. So together, it's the power of the sacral with the hotness of the emotional center, and to move and make more, the genetic imperative. And the emotional wave um, can it bring a lot of um, ups and downs, we could say, because especially when there is no waiting for clarity, but the emotional chaos that can bring a lot of children. You know, unprotected intercourse can bring a lot of children, and in the heat of the moment, this emotional heated moment of passion, desire, and need and want to release, and this sexual energy, it's actually also our creative energy. Um, it and not having clarity of the moment, not having truth in the moment, you can get yourself in quite complicated situations, um, and eventually this can bring to the creation of something, and it can be pregnancy. It can result in pregnancy. And the heat of the moment is kind of, you can say, and that's what makes us different from animals. It's kind of cooled down. So the emotional center is kind of cooled down on the other side by the cold spleen, which is our instinct, intuition, um, which allows us to actually take care. And okay, now we produced more, now we made kids, we made um, something we have to take care of. Um, if it's a project or whatever it is, to be sustainable, to live on, to continue this genetic continuity. Um, so the channel of preservation 2750, it's exactly about preserving. The defense circuit, it's the tribal survival in the splenic awareness, with a reminder that nurturing needs to happen. It can be quite sobering after this emotional heat of just reproducing, making more, but then these more have to survive. So here we have the generative power to reproduce, and here we have the generative power to take care of that production, to keep the gene pool viable and um, contributing to the evolving consciousness, um, which nurtured by the tribe. Nothing can survive without, no human can survive without the nurturing of its tribe, its family, its mother and father. The 2750 is the mother and father they represent. And yeah, the 59 and the 27 are actually two of the roll gates. Two of the seven roll gates. The other ones are the 10, the 7, the 1, and the 13th gate, which give us, this is where the descriptions of the profiles come from. If you look at the lines of each of those roll gates. So the 59th gives us our sexual role. So you will have different names. We're going to look at that when we look at the channel. And then the 27th give us the nurturing roles of how we take care. And those are genetic roles which dominate the planet. Um, so it's the defense circuit has two fundamental drives and roles: to reproduce, to make more, and to nurture what we have reproduced so that it displays intelligence. That's what makes us different from animals. Um, because in human beings, the very intelligence is what gives us the potential to survive and to continue the reproductive cycle. We rely on our big brains, unlike animals who rely on their strong limbs and to be able to, the most important for a baby horse is to get up on its four legs so it protects itself from predators. The human baby is the most fragile mammal. We rely on our big brains. So here is really the intelligence of to give. It's really the father here figure here, which is here to make sure that we are secure via education, via um, knowledge of how to survive, and get support for that until you're old enough to take care of yourself. We really see here our bedrock of society and the family in a way of how we basically survived till this moment. The tribal stickiness, the support, the glue, the bargain. We will make a baby, but we have to take care of it. There is, it's a long-term decision. It's a long time that you have to pay child support if it was a mistake, 18 years. And it takes longer and longer until we're independent, especially after we came out of the Saturnian cycle of living up to 44, 45 years of age and getting into the Uranian cycle of 84 years lifespan. So children, they become out of adolescents around 21 years of age. So in certain countries, they cannot vote, they cannot go to the army, they cannot drink alcohol. And actually, the Saturnian cycle comes around the age of 28, 30, where we kind of leave adolescence and get into the um, towards our second half of life, which we reach around the age of 44, 44, when is our Uranus opposition and is the mid term of our life. So those children, they stay longer and longer at home and need more support for longer time. 21 years of age and sometimes even longer. That's the intelligence of the human species. Which animal looks after their children until they're 21? By 21, you're part of the herd, as equal part of the herd. So it's very human. And yet there is no, those are two awareness centers. So we have the potential for the emotional awareness, which especially is going to thrive after 2027. The awareness of the splenic center of life itself, the instinct to survive. And the sacral center, life itself, powering those awarenesses. And yet there is no mind here. There is no ajna. There is no intelligent awareness. It is very primal force. It is primordial forces to survive, to reproduce, and to take care of the young. Of course, it's important that we enter into our relationships as ourselves and through strategy and authority. Otherwise, we can see the world. Why would you reproduce so many children when they live for $1 a day and they cannot eat and they're hungry? Or it was in a one-night stand passion fire which brought to a mistake, and then taking the consequences of that and nurturing what you have created. The defense circuit is really showing us how we defend ourselves as humanity to survive. And it is interesting, as I said, it's like a cradle for humanity, and it's the defense of life itself. If you have one of those channels, you're really connected to, on one hand, fertility, and on the other hand, preservation of that fertility and taking care, nurturing it to abundance so that there is a continuation. So this is about this circuit, the defense circuit, part of the tribal circuit group. And next, we're going to look concretely at the channel of mating and channel of preservation. If you want more, please like and subscribe to my channel. Like this video and comment if you have something you would like to support with what was said by me or not. And yeah, you can visit me on my other channels, humandesignjourney.com, or Facebook, Instagram, TikTok with the same name, Human Design Journey. I would love your support to my socials. And um, yeah, I give you information, show you give me some likes. Let's do a deal here in the tribal way. But besides the joke, actually, we're gonna talk about it, but there is in this mutation going on around year 2027, it affects a lot the tribe, and that cross we're getting from cross of planning, which is very with a very tribal energy, we're getting into a cross of individual energy, and we're gonna really feel that stickiness of the tribe going away. So it's interesting to watch this defense circuit, how it got us to here, um, and it's undergoing mutation. It's undergoing change, which affects our fertility on this planet. And this will reflect, of course, the preservation the effort we're gonna put in preserving this gene abundance and life itself. If it's interrupted, then life itself will be interrupted. We need diversity in the gene pool. That's healthy. For now, we're 8 billion on the planet, but there are trends showing that we're going to become much less. Let's hope we don't do it out of tribal battles. Yeah, and humanity defending itself and its diversity. Let's hope for that, guys. So this is Veronica from Human Design Journey, and I'll be back with more eventually. Thank you for listening and have a great day. Bye for now.